Leos are now telling a new story of self-love. And from the Leos I know, it's basically a self-love update, and it's also a self-love incomplete. So a lot of Leos have loved themselves because they look so hot, and then they start to age. Or they love themselves because they can dance like nobody else, but then they start to age. Or they love themselves because of this or because of that. Then they start to get married. So it's like the reason why you love yourself is changing. There's a new reason to love yourself. It's time to believe in loving yourself. And I think the biggest change is unconditional love. It's time to love yourself without any condition, that you don't meet any benchmark, that you don't have certain fan base, that you don't have so many followers on Instagram. You love yourself just because, which they say Leos do out of the gate, but really Leos are very selective. They love certain parts about themselves, and they usually don't love a lot of parts of themselves. So I think the Leos that adopt 100% unconditional self-love will be the Leos that go the farthest moving forward. Now, the full moon in Gemini says that means you've got to let go of thinking that you belong in certain places in society. Just because you love yourself unconditionally doesn't mean the world is going to love you unconditionally. It's going to be certain parts of the world. It's not going to be the whole world. So I think your mind tells you, oh, this person doesn't like me. There must be something wrong with me. No, this is just a person in your kingdom or queendom. It's just a person that doesn't follow your stuff. Not everyone is loved by everyone. Only you are loved completely and unconditionally. So a Leo has this attitude in their mind that they should be getting along with this group, or they should be having more customers, or they should be, being loved and adored by this part of society. And the answer is no. The love is unconditional in yourself. It's conditional as to who in the world loves you and who doesn't, and to develop a new attitude about where you belong in the world. So it's about a new voice about where you belong in the world and where you don't belong in the world. Now, the reconciliation is between personal dreams and personal boundaries. You have certain dreams, you're going to have to open up to some things and close down to others for it to happen. If you want to have the love of your life, or to be the number one singer, or to be the one that is MVP of the year, then you're going to have to open up to certain boundaries or close down to other boundaries. That ultimately, you're going to have to transform what you're open to and what you don't open to if you want to have those dreams come true. So it's a reconciliation about boundaries, trust, and intimacy. And by the way, some of those boundaries are the fact you have to let people closer, that you're not letting people in closer. You're making them talk to the hand and keep them a little bit too far away from you. So in some cases, you got to let some people in closer for your dreams to come true. And they were right there under your nose the whole time. Now, with Venus crossing Libra, it means you're going to have to let go of an old strategy for how you thought things were going to happen. Let go of old plans, let go of old logic, let go of old algorithms, let go of old dialogue, old narratives, old intellectual properties, and realize that you have a new life purpose, an updated life purpose, and it's going to call for a different way of thinking and a different way of communicating. So the nodal crossover is that an old strategy is officially retired for the Leos and the Leo risings, and that old strategy is going to be replaced by a new purpose, which will eventually bring about a new strategy to get to that new purpose. So you could say this week, Leos are on the path of a new purpose. And I know that's true for me, just knowing what my meeting schedule is this week.
It's serious joy, joy, joy.